Hey folks, welcome back to episode 43 of this Let's Play series of Shadow Empire. We are now on round 96, well into our assault on Gigoix Republic. I always get them mistaken with Gigoix Pax, so they're both quite close to one another as well. Especially for an old guy like me who's probably in the early onset dementia. It's dead easy to get those confused. Okay, let's have a look at what happened in the history. We'll just play this through. So this is Gigoix Republic just doing a bit of reorganizing. They're falling back by the looks of it and trying to bridge a line between those two fronts. Now, these guys are starting to line up against us as well, which is interesting. And now that might be in reaction to the fact that we started putting troops up there too. And there's a new faction here. I think this is probably a alien faction, another one of these alien factions, and I'm getting kind of bored of wiping those guys out. Let's go to the VidCom. So we discovered fuel deposits again. There's loads of those. This planet is made of fuel, which is good because we're drying them up as well. Rare metal facilities has been removed as well, so we need to find some more rare metals. We're in the Decade of Corruption. We've completed Dragon 2, which is maybe going to be defunct now that we've found polymer armor, but let me show you that. So research complete in high-tech industry, which is great. We've got polymer armor too. We've discovered Grenadier Infantry Army, and we created a bunch of new stratagems. Off screen in the last episode I built a couple of zoo projects and commercial areas in one of our new in this place. So this is Kanya Lagoon, just to start getting this on the go. But the problem is there's not enough people here really to start getting it moving, so we do need to colonize this, and I'm actually going to send some workers here. Okie dokie. Let's just get those straight in, so we can actually start getting people working in this area. Also we need population too, so I might actually use, let's just send a whole bunch of population out there, and that should be good there. Let's have a look at the decisions. Incident with an overambitious order. Okay, so Rainbow Selaine has upset somebody. This is going to keep happening now with her. She's corrupt. She's stealing off me. Not a lot I can do about it. I don't like. She's one of my few half decent commanders though, and I'm reluctant to upset her too much. So it's just going to ignore this one, I think. Applied Science Council priorities. Let's just have a look at what we've got. So yeah, we can't find anything around here. Well, we've discovered pretty much everything. Now, bearing in mind if there's nothing left to discover, it'll put everything into your research. So I'll just show this. Go to organizations and we'll go to applied science. Have a look. Yeah, discovery is not currently possible. Tech discovery work used 83 fresh BP and 246 BP of previous discovery work. Yeah, it's saying it's only got 60%. Yeah, I was sure that just should automatically filter through, but I'm just gonna set it high anyway because I don't trust that. I'm sure that's how it's supposed to work, but now we've got the right. So we've got Economic Council has created, or it has got an option free. So what can we research? Industrial robotization. That's probably the next one we want to go for. If we can get it. Why not? Have we not discovered it? Yeah, we've not discovered it yet. I want that one fast, because that just doubles the output of everything. All your industry that you've got, and that's really, really useful. Quicker we get that, the better, I think. So what do we go for now is a question. Maybe mass food pool, although that's not going to open up anything new to us. However, it does allow you to build better hydroponic food places. I don't know if that's that important for us at the moment. This might be a bit better though, going down this direction. Serpentinization, synthetic fuel. Maybe we should go for serpentinization here. Don't think any of these are... I mean, mining techniques would be good as well. But I think I'm going to go for that one. I'd like to open up that branch. Same with this one. So we've just gone for... Let's go for advanced sensors next. That's a no-brainer for me. Especially while we've got we haven't got much of an espionage council. We've got the opportunity to build a new model as well. What did we get in the last turn? Oh yes, it was that... it was the armour. So let's have a look at this. 105mm velocity gun, 50mm steel plating, double diesel engine. Design's not bad. We've got 800 hard attack. Well, that's definitely better than the dragons that we've already got. Operating cost. To see if it's got an adequate engine. That one's okay actually. That's not bad. We can do better, but I think that might do for a start. So if we just have a quick look at the tanks that we are going to be facing. We can't really see any yet. I did have a look and it seemed to be... I didn't see any medium tanks. They seem to be almost completely using light tanks. And light tanks are dangerous enough against our troops. But I've got plenty of... I think I've kind of got stuff to deal with that. Yeah, I might go for infantry now. Let's just have a look at how much design points we've got ready for Soldier 4. 58. Okay. Could be better. But I think if we go up to Gauss weapons... So Gauss rifle, look, it has 125 firepower. And it uses a little bit more industrial, a few more industrial points. But uses the same amount of ammo. And it's 25% more effective than an assault rifle. So we probably should switch to this.
Understood.
And these guys, I mean, what we're using at the moment is still relatively effective. But I think that, you know, if we make some elite troops anyway. Minor worker strike in Kanya Lagoon. Okay, these guys need to be paid off. Even though I'm trying to get autocracy, is just really not. It can't get high while we've got the democracy this high. I think I'm going to have to hold back on autocracy for now. Understood. So let's just pay these guys off. Sabotaging Cornaria. This is not likely to pass. Let's just give an extra payment to the workers. I think we're just going to end up keep paying and paying those. They're extorting us at this point. Small town of Beatterford to a big town. No.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Vertillo turns its parliament against us. No, they're not.
Yes, sir.
Yep, success. So that will keep them friendly. Robosphere Republic demands a release of their spy. Yeah, we'll accept this offer. Keep our mind rating high. Gigare Pax demands a release of their spy. Let's give them this one, which will raise our rating. Look, yeah, their rating their friendliness went up by 10 with us. That makes it much more difficult for them to declare war on us, and that's always a good thing. So down here in this theatre down at the bottom, you'll see that we're not getting supplies to all of our troops, and that's because there's a bottleneck here. So that's partly because a whole load of supply was going down here, and we don't need it going out there at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stop some of the traffic going up this direction. Maybe about 40%. So that should send out more this way, and we definitely need more this way. And we don't need so much going this direction either, so I'm going to drop about 60% of that. And we probably don't need so much going this way either. So I might just drop... I just want to kind of micromanage this one a little bit, just so we've got a bit more... Just a little bit more going out this way. Okay, let's get on with the combat portion of this turn. So these guys are going to... Okay, we ambushed them. Get these guys closer up. Ergflats is still not completely okay yet, but I need to get some more troops down there, I think. Okay, we can't get those guys this foot turn, but I'm going to get these militia down here too. Now, we've got eyes on Large Archive. That we don't really know much about them, but what we do know is that we are close. We should probably take out these free folk marauders first. just so that we don't have them charging into our own territory. Now I'd like to get these bikers in, but they're not going well through they're not going to travel well through this desert. That goes the same for all of our troops here, and you'll notice that these guys are still not getting all the food and supplies that they're needing. But we didn't get attacked last turn. The enemy aren't attacking us. I think that they haven't got the forces to commit. Now, what's going on here? Yeah, these guys have also not got that much in the way of food, but I do need them up, so... Let's try and get an encirclement going on here. See if we can try and get something. Now, the further down this way we go, the more we risk starving our troops. And I've just need to remind myself of that fact. So, we are also starving these guys out now. They're not getting... You'll see that we took this road here, so these guys aren't probably not getting supplies. I'm going to try and get a bunch of these auxiliaries in, if at all possible. Yeah, that looks good. Move some of these auxiliaries in next turn. We might be able to... Now, this is RPG battalions, right? And a light infantry. And these guys, what they got? They've got carbine and combat armor. I don't know why they're still using carbines. I don't know is the answer to that question. It doesn't seem like wisdom to me to still be using carbines at this point in the game. Now, yeah, we're going in hard this way, and I think what we actually probably missed many of the forces, but we can probably try to see if we can get some troops in that way. I just don't think they've got many troops to defend with. I'm expecting that's what the issue is here. Let's just attack with these.
Going in.
Yeah, look, the artillery actually.
Operation success.
Oh no, that wasn't the artillery that got the damage in. That's interesting. Well, that's what was going on there. Right, let's get the bikes in, get a bit of recon on in the area. Tanks. Tanks are no good in the desert, so let's get these tanks around this way. Just go and see what we've got. Here we are. Here's the 8th. Let's get the 8th in here. Now this is a corps, and it looks like they're using corps as well. No, these are battalions. Look, so actually these are they're using a brigade to defend with here. They've obviously not got quite enough troops. Okay, at least they're defending this one. Now we've got another 200 GR infantry here. I'm tempted to transfer these guys over. They're just a little bit more survivable if there are more of them at once. That's not to say that this is the smartest idea, but you know, I mean, they're also super effective if you just spread them out. To be honest, some might argue they're more effective like that. Your mileage may vary. I think it might be good to get them all in you know, attacking this turn if we can. Let's try and get these tanks around. So we'll try and get the tanks now into an area where we can use them effectively, which was really what I wanted to be doing. Let's try and kill these.
Mission successful.
Okay, we got him. Okay, so we've got a siege infantry brigade battalion moving in to siege here, and that's exactly what they're supposed to be doing. That is their job. Let's just make sure we've got enough. Yeah, we should have enough supply, providing that we actually get supplies to where we need them. Now, we should be doing that because because we've got more supply points routed down that direction. 1, 2, 3. What we got here? That's a dome farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At this position, we could actually build a supply base, and I don't know if it's because they're dropping off or whether they are just genuinely being used. I expect they're actually just being used at this point. So, although we have got this, let's have a look. Let's go to preview points, elite truck station. Yeah, we're still there. Most of the points in this is still this truck station. So I don't think we're losing a huge amount with the supply base. However, supply base is never going to hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might just get one up quick. It's not going to hurt anything.
Roger that.
They are very, very cheap to create. I need to increase logistics as well. So, because you saw that our bottleneck seed mostly sorted, and that's because I didn't really build anything last turn. Like I'll just show you the construction report. In the overviews and then construction overview, look, we're not really building much now. So I do need to start going through my empire and just building up some more, more infrastructure. But we need to do it knowing that we've got troops now to feed. Okay. We have the option of encirclement here. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking. I'm thinking to myself about how I'm going to do this. I think that's they've sat in the desert. Is that desert? Oh no, that's plain. Interesting. Well, we can attack into that. Let's try and get our troops as far around as possible. Let's hit with these blockers. I don't think we're going to get much more use out of these tanks either this turn. So, yeah, the tanks aren't going to be so good, but those assault guns are. So I'm going to attack with these assault guns. I don't expect we'll lose anything here. They're using carbines. Okay, we didn't have enough action points. Yeah, same again. Let's get those in that direction. These guys can go here. Make sure these are within, yeah, they're within commander skill effect range. I want those down now. I don't need all those in. Next turn we'll destroy these and then they're done. Even just one well-placed unit in mountains can really hamper your expansion efforts actually. Dead cool. Can we raise anything here? No, we cannot. Now logistics wise, what are we saying? We are saying we are mostly, yeah, we look like we're going to be getting food. Wow, look at this. We are still looking at the truck station from that other place. What about here? Trucks going down this way. Yeah, these supply bases that we're putting up, that did help. I'm pretty sure that helped things. Ah, we have got an energy deficit. I do need to fix that. Yeah, I think that's about it on this side. I don't want to attack there. These guys are not going to be any good in this sand anyway. I just wanted to kind of... I don't think we can get anything else in here. I might get these back onto the plains. Now, if they... This is not going to affect my supply, I don't think. But if they do take this, I don't mind, because I don't think they get... I mean, the more they mess around in here, the more options I've got for encirclement. Yeah, these guys are not showing much resistance at the moment. It's a bit disappointing. I kind of was like, come on guys, put up a fight. Put up a fight. But I might live to regret that. One of the things I've noticed about Shadow Empire is that when I'm playing, I either win really, really easily or I get absolutely trashed. The very first time I played the game, when I first got... I was very lucky to receive a preview copy for eXplorminate from the very generous people over at Slytherin. And I installed it and I kind of like played I played a game through. I put it on easy. Or was it on regular? I forget. I might have put it on easy because I heard that it was difficult. And I played right through to... I played on a small map and I actually won quite early because you'll see in the victory overview, if you get a victory score of 50 or higher while your closest competitor has 25 less, then you win, right? And I won automatically because of that. But I just got into a sort of... Well, I'd been lining up troops along the border, along a mountainous border with my biggest neighbour, and he had a lot of troops and I had a lot of troops, and I was like, okay, I'm going to carry on and try and win this war. And so I carried on playing after I'd won and made some moves, to try to get into, to try to defeat him. And man, the AI absolutely crushed me. I didn't know what I was doing, really, and but I played other war games before, so I understand about encirclement and entrenchment, and I kind of had some basic idea of what was going on with stuff like the readiness and that, but I wasn't really paying very close attention to it. But the AI absolutely destroyed me, and it was great because what it happened was when it saw I'd got some tanks and I'd punched a hole in their line right with these tanks, and then I'd got some mechanized infantry and I'd forced them through to bridge the gap or to breach the gap. And the enemy, it fell back several hexes, and then it formed 3 lines, defense in depth, of multiple brigades, and then it brought artillery to the front and started pushing back. So it kind of fell back into a position where it was able to defend well, dug in. My lines hit it. I couldn't break through any further, and then they started sending units down this road through the mountains with heavy artillery, and then they just shelled me until they broke through. I was amazed. I was just like, I'm not seeing an AI do that outside of a game like Gary Grigsby's War in the East, where the AI is also pretty good in that as well. I hadn't really seen an AI that basically could play its own game. So I was like, this game's great. I mean, since then, I've not really, apart from a couple of occasions where I've had slavers really take me by surprise, I haven't really seen the AI really kind of put up a big fight. I think part of the reason is as well, look, I mean, if I really wanted to fight something tough, if I'd have gone for these guys at Vertillo, look, man, these guys have got like machine gun infantry regiments. Like this is a corps they've got up. So, like that would be much more difficult. So I think part of the reason is I'm just smart about picking my battles. And that's part of war, right? But I don't know, I am craving, I'm sort of craving a really difficult big grindy battle. We'll see what happens. Like you might find that in this game we actually get what I'm after. Let's move these guys back. Vertillo managed to take that all this terrain here, look. So we've got Taurus and Vertillo in the same kind of area. I'm actually interested to see if those guys are fighting. I think maybe not. No, they're not at war with anyone. Neither of these guys. These guys are all just sat there happily trading and teching up away. Okay. How much recon have we got? 41. That's probably not even worth using those guns there. So the artillery at least got some recon points in on them. Now artillery are actually really good in attack, and I'll show you. Watch. See, like 45 that I did. Just fight. That's not what I want to do. Let's get those buggies in. So supporting these buggies. Now they might break through because they're cavalry. There we go, look. Now these this independent infantry. There we go. Just gonna like eat up all those hexes. These guys are on their last legs. It's taken me rounds and rounds to get through them though. I mean, absolutely ages. Let's just go straight in with these. Awesome. Awesome job. Okay, just move these guys in closer. So now we've got these Votanio territory, which are no doubt going to be more of those aliens. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, can I really be bothered to fight another alien, another group of aliens? But then the answer to that is probably yes. Like, even though it's quite easy, I quite like just the.
All clear, sir.
I don't know. I quite like map painting, and I've got no qualms about beating up on little people. I always like punching down. If you're ever going to punch anyone, always punch down. I'm sure Sun Tzu said something like that. Okay, what else have we got? What else is there to do this turn? Right, we want to be building stuff. So I'm probably going to pause the video at this point and just kind of have a bit of a look through what it is that I can do with regards to my building. Ah, we got a unit that's been left behind. Let's make sure he's in supply. No, he's not. Oh dear. About next turn. Yeah, it'll do. I mean, I might just build this dirt road down. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Okay. Pretty much looking good, I think. Okay, so I'm going to pause the game here, and then I'm just going to go through some of the... I'm going to build some stuff. If it's anything like really notable, then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, guys, I've just built a bunch of... Pretty much just built a bunch of universities, and in Lancaster I built... Where are we? We built solar panels because we've got a bit of a deficit of energy. More importantly, I built an independent tank battalion with these new Dragon 2s. These Dragon 2s, bearing in mind they've got a 105mm high velocity gun, 50mm steel armor plating. These are going to be good if I use them right against the enemy's light armor. So, and then I was like, well, why buy an independent one when I've got the points for a armored brigade? So I got the first armored brigade, which this is, and all of them are these medium tanks. I could have mixed them in with some blockers, but actually I thought that I've got plenty of troops for dealing with infantry, and I wanted to get some of these guys in the go. So I might start moving some of these up. Just strategic move of them as far as we can. Get them onto our road network. There we go, look. So with these guys next turn, I'm going to try to get them down here. And then once we've got an armoured brigade down here, then really it's going to be difficult for the enemy to really face up against us with any kind of tank. They're not they've only got 50mm armour, so these things can do them damage back, but then they're less likely to damage them than we are them. And my industry's a lot better. So okay, I'm going to roll the turn. Okay folks, I'm back, and it is round 97. Let's have a look at the history. I'm just going to play it again and let you watch. Enemy forces are falling back to regroup by the looks of things. Usual reorganising on the border. The AI likes to do that a lot. This is an alien race, and as I expected, and it turns out they're wanting peace with us, and I'll show you shortly. Okay, so we've researched advanced sensors. This is great technology. It means that we're going to get much more recon points now. We've discovered automated turret, which I think is one of the first steps towards getting robots, and I'd quite like to get some robots up. I've never used them. I've never gotten into a game so far that I've ever needed to use them. And maybe this is the first time. We've discovered motorized RPG infantry army. Not sure that's going to be massively useful. A whole bunch of these usual stratagem cards. Let's just scrap. Let's see how many points we've got scrap. Oh, we got loads. Okay. Oh man, that's loud. Okay, so commercial scavenger 4. That, like, I tend to have the volume quite low on my headphones, and that is way too loud. I think I'm going to have to report that as a bug. Okay, proud private lab. Meritocracy +7. Ah, that's really useful. That is really, really useful. Let's get another one. See what else we can get. Commercial parks. Awesome. Proud private hospital. Meritocracy. Okay. What I'll do is I'll play these meritocracy ones. Feeling gunner 4. What's a feeling gunner? I guess heart, anything to do with heart's called feeling. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Right. Let's go through the decisions quick. Alienators want an official peace treaty. Don't know. Like, Gigoix Republic are here. If I make friends with them, they're probably just going to start all that abduction stuff, so I think I'm just going to say no. I'm just going to kill them.
Yes, sir.
Our spies in Vertillo have found information. Let's have a look who is the current leader of Vertillo. Yeah, the relation is 95, their desired relation is lower. So we've got the real politicers on our side at the moment. I might just give some power to the corporatists. Just because.
Yes, sir.
You never know when you might want to start switching which party you want to support. Okay, improved way of working suggested. So this is a choice basically between government and commerce, so we can kind of try and go both ways, which doesn't really reduce either in a big way. Government would be decent. Now, yeah, we've got bureaucracy already, so we've got the bureaucratic bonus. State companies would be a public industrial bonus. Now that's pretty high. That's pretty good because we've already got a high industry. Work happiness bonus. But I also don't want to lose commerce. I might go for this though.
Copy that.
Keep the old system. So that's going to put government slightly higher than commerce now. Interior Council. Let's leave that no changes. Staff Council task priorities.
Aye, aye, sir.
There we go. Military Research Council research objective. Okay, so we've got this. There's stuff that we can get really quick. Now we've got some cool stuff like laser rifles, automated turret, extreme vehicles, and light plasma rifles. I've never used that one either. Gas-powered small arms basically means that you can carry more ammunition. Walker hydraulics, obviously you can get walkers. Walkers might be useful in this game. I've not come across any radiation yet. RPG, now, whilst I'm not that bothered about RPG, I'm pretty sure it unlocks stuff, so let's have a look. Yeah, it will unlock the manpad, whereas quad machine gun unlocks quad MG and mechanized quad MG. Now, we've also got more aircraft. Yeah, we can't discover any of these yet. Beam vehicles, we need walker hydraulics for that. Jetpack infantry, we haven't got jetpacks. We need rocketry for rocket launcher. Yeah, we can't go too far down these. Automated MG, you need automated turret. I'd like to start getting... I mean, I really want to start using aircraft. The thing is, I haven't really got much need for them. What I would have to be doing is expanding and building air bases, basically. Now, some of my aircraft have got a range of like 12. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, we could start air, like doing air recon. So, I mean, I'm tempted to try and build a new aircraft. Let's see what I can do there. I'll pause the game. And I'll... Oh no, that would be model design, won't it? Yeah, so sorry. I'll do that later, but maybe I'll go with... Let's go with RPG and just get that one done. Because that will open new stuff. Major worker strike in Cornelia. Let's just do democracy. Walker agitates in Salzburg. Oh, not this guy again. Let's just give in. Roaming thieves and Ench. Tactics. Offensive tactics. What's this guy like? He's not bad.
Affirmative.
He's success. Excellent. Now we've got a governor, so we don't have... I went from having loads of useless people to having none, so let's try and get a governor. What have we got? There's a diplomat here. Got a doctor. A heroic farmer. Commercial scavenger. Okay, so which one? This is this new one, isn't it? Where was it? Here. Farming might be useful. Yeah, look, temperature here might be good for farming. Eventually. Just getting roads into that place would be pretty hectic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get a farmer in there, and we'll use this as a... I'll actually build some hydroponics farms in it, because then we can get food down this direction. Now, I do actually have the opportunity to start putting stuff into my second SHQ, and I am considering it, but the first SHQ seems to be serving me okay at the moment, so let's get the farmer. Where is he? Heroic farmer.
Copy that.
Interested just to see what he's like. Okay, so he's got some agricultural skills. He's cap 1. Yeah. Let's see what else we can get. Let's recruit a civilian.
Roger that.
That's better. Look at this. Cap 3. Really high administration. Really high well, we got higher investigation. Diplomacy is high. Oratory is high. Wow, this guy's good. This guy's good. He's too good to go in there, I think. This guy might be better off. Yeah, look, his 108 technical rating's really high. I'm tempted to get this guy into Skull Tower, actually. And you know what? What's her name? Who's been there forever? Forget her name now. Phoebe Zirkensite. She's been there forever, and she's old. And if she starts getting grey, she's going to start losing her skills. So...
Standing by. Understood.
Oops, not zone orders. Mind you, that might work. Let's just... really, we can do here. Let's just leave that. I'm going a bit too quick, so let's do that. Slow down. Relieve. There we go. And I'm going to give her another job.
Understood.
Now let's go back into this and appoint governor. And let's put Phoebe Zircumsite in there.
Understood.
Okay, so she was okay about that. And next turn, when it's going to ask for somebody to go into Skull Tower, I'm going to put that decent leader in there. Okay, Zone City upgrade. We are, by the way, we are going to see a slight degrade in performance while this guy gets used to his job. But that's just to be expected. Betafer. I looked at this last time. I don't remember which one Betafer is now. Betafer. I think it's this one we've just taken, right? There we are. Yeah, it is a small town, this one. No, I don't know if I mind you, small town 2. No, I don't want to upgrade that one yet. I don't think it's wise for me to upgrade this one. Not yet. I wonder if we can colonize it. No, we can't. So I'm going to leave that one to say no. Appoint a commander. So this is for the first armored brigade. Let's see if we can get... What I might do is, let's see if we've got a leader who's actually designed for this job. So, not designed for this job, but has the relative skill. So we go to all. And then we want to go to key info. We'll get the capability level in there. And then we want command skills. And they need to be a decent OHQ. And non-group skills, tank tactics, mobile tactics. Yeah, that's good. That'll do. So let's see who's got best tank tactics. Okay, so Ronnie Morbius, commander of the first SHQ. But I want him there. He's decent. Then we've got this guy. Commander of the 2nd Machine Gun Infantry Corps. Now this dude's just good all around. He's got high mobile tactics. Well, he's got some mobile tactics. He's got decent tank tactics. He's kind of getting old, but I don't know. Gun tactic. Yeah, he might be decent. He might be good in that role. And the 3rd Machine Gun Infantry Corps, they're not really using tanks. In fact, they're not really doing anything. They're just sat there at the moment. Let's get him.
Roger that.
Let's get him in another job.
Roger that.
Okay. So now let's get him on that job. Here we go. Look, he's got 132 suitability. Look, perfect. And then we're going to have to find somebody for the 3rd, and the third is here. Look, so we'll get another leader in next round, I think. See if we can probably get another military commander in, and then just hopefully we get a good one. I'm actually going to try and do that. I'm going to start swapping my leaders around now to be in the positions that they really want to be in, because I've kind of like neglected to do that, and I'm probably really missing out. Okay, I've got a bit limited time to finish this episode. I've got something I've got to do today, so I'm going to try and finish this round now, but I'm running out of time. Let's get this militia unit in here. No, I don't want to attack that. I want to try and get these in here next round. Don't think we need all of those there, so let's get these in. Now, Siege Infantry Army. They want to be going around this direction, I think. I kind of want to keep the relative OHQs together. Ah, we come up against tanks here. Mind you, tanks are no good in the sand. Even siege infantry, though, is going to struggle with that, I think. I wonder if we can actually just take this in one round. 41, I mean, it's possible. It's possible we could do that. But we might not be able to hold it. Let's see if we can get an encirclement. So I want the 11th on the bottom, and I want the... Yeah, well, we got an encirclement there, look. So let's get this guy from the 11th round. Yeah. So he's going to sit there. And then we've got... I want to try and use as few men as possible. What have they got? Oh, they've got RPGs. So these are RPG infantry, and they're on no retreat. So maybe I don't use the blockers here. Mind you, the rating's quite low. I mean, I'm interested to know what kind of RPG they've got. Bazooka. I don't think bazookas are going to hurt me. So let's just send these guys in all together. 148. Mind you, that's kind of low. I could try and just starve them out. They're not going to be able to attack me, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to do much damage to me. Let's get these core in as well. How am I going to do this then? Without mixing things up too much. Sand, isn't it? Get some tanks down this side. Wow. Now, I really want these to follow up, so... These guys can move in here. They're not very effective in that job, though, so I want to kind of move... Who else have we got here? Let's see if I can get in with these. Okay, so much for those bazookas. They didn't do anything to us. Nice little encirclement there. Let's get these guys here. So we've got more encircled here. They're gonna have to shift us somehow. Not sure how they're gonna manage that. Now, I want these ones down at the bottom. This way. Get the headquarters in. So the 10th infantry could probably hold this now while the others move round, I think. So let's get these guys holding this encirclement. Yeah, I'm going to switch them up. So let's get these guys holding this encirclement here. I might just get those in. Ah, look. So we've got the 6th Machine Gun Infantry Brigade. I've actually got a whole bunch of different battalions here. Motorbikes. Get some motorbikes in for some more recon points. Oh, we got loads of recon on them as well. Interesting. Right, let me have a think about that later. Oh, there's one more unit to move up, look. Yeah, you'll see that against these regular units, our odds are not just automatically like, you know, odds are not automatically going to be winning. We need to really think carefully about how I conduct myself in these now, because there is a significant danger in this kind of warfare where you just end up throwing waves of men at the enemy and they end up winning because, you know, they're taking less casualties than you, or you're taking huge amounts of casualties. The people at home start getting upset. You start, you know, there's loads of considerations. You start losing morale, and morale's really important in this. At the moment, we got really high, well, we got relatively high morale. So, but now we've encircled a decent amount of these guys. I don't know if they're going to be able to just easily knock us out. These tanks are pretty serious. Whether we can do any... I don't know whether you can do any damage to them. We might be able to get some ranged attacks in here. Look at that. Yeah, who says siege infantry aren't useful for bombardment?
Yes, sir. Roger
It wasn't
that,
the,
sir.
you know, it's not the most effective use of their turns, but if they can't attack, right? I mean, look, this knocked their this will have knocked their what do you call it, entrenchment right down. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to attack there yet. Let's get these tanks. I might actually bring these up into the desert. These things aren't going to be very good attacking into this. I don't think they're going to have much success. We don't have the best weapons. However, they lose a lot of their... I mean, look, their soft attack is what? 116? They've got high velocity guns, so they're actually useless anyway against our... Not useless, but they're not so good. Now, these got howitzers, and they've got 625 soft attack, but they're losing 60% of that, so it's down to about 300. And against 2,400 men... Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be like that useful. I might actually move these... I might move the walkers and these guys, because these things really will do well against tanks. They'll chew up this basic armor of these tanks. 50mm plate. Lasers will do okay against that. I don't know why it is that these guys particularly are not getting any food. I don't understand that. I think they've actually starved to death. I don't know why that's going on. Let's just have a look at the initial point or use points. Yeah, they got something. Don't know, maybe they're just like last in place for the food or something. Okay, we've got some more forces. We need to get some guys down this direction. Now, this is Tarador. Okay, so we don't need to worry about Tarador. Okay, so these are now encircled. Let's get the first down this direction. Something like this. I want to be using the auxiliary units if I can. Oh, that's Gigoix Republic as well. Let's cut that road. I don't know where it's going, but it might help. Now, I don't want to just directly attack these. Let's cut these off. Yeah, these auxiliaries are absolutely no use against them. So we've just got to be a little careful here, not to leave too much of a gap. Yeah, I'm going to move those there. That should be okay. There's a weak point here, look. So let's move those guys into there. Okay. Let's just clear that logistical points overlay. I could push these guys back, but I don't think they'll be able to cut us off. Okay, so we've got a few encirclements going on. We've got this one here. And we're right on their zone border now, on the border of their city. I think that this is just a matter of time now before we break it, really. Let's get some tanks down here. Yep, that's looking good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Be interesting to see what they bring up this way, but I think that the tanks aren't going to do well in this desert anyway. Oh, by the way, this is something that I did that I didn't show. Now, one of these groups, one of these of the 6th Corps, one of these groups, I gave them Sandline Rangers. So these guys are really good at fighting in desert, and I'll show you. So if we, I don't think we'll be able to attack this turn. But if I basically these got a much higher ability to attack in the desert. So that was actually quite an expensive use of my fate points. But I was like, I've never really used anything like that, and I just thought it would be quite interesting to have a unit. And I thought I'd give it to an infantry unit as well, because they're probably going to get the most use from it. I could have given it to these GR grade guys as well. I didn't think of that, but I thought that I'd just try something a little bit different for once. Okay. So that's that side of the war. We've got some tanks to move down. Let's get these guys. We've got loads of tanks now. I've got loads of tanks. Especially now that I bought this armor brigade. In fact, I think I'm going to start moving. Let's start strategic moving these armor brigade down. How far can we go? Oh, we can't even get them that far. So maybe I just move them normally. We got this independent as well. Kind of move some of them up. See how far we can get them up. 1, 2. No, we can't get them any more than that. So we can move the HQ. So at least try. We've got some moving up anyway. And what we got down here? These guys are all okay. They're not doing anything. Okay, so we've got this little bit, what's left of a battle here. Okay, These guys encircled pretty much now. There we go. We've got an encirclement going. Let's bombard these. We didn't get many recon points, so we're not going to do too much damage there.
Yes, sir.
Also, bear in mind that artillery use a lot of... They use a hell of a lot of ammunition. I think I'm just going to directly attack with these ones now.
Attack! Good job.
There we go. And then we can probably just follow up with the rest of these guys.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, one more alien race exterminated. What you get for messing with battle mode. Haha. Okay, I've got to be really careful about how I go about this one now. Get a road down.
Copy that.
Yeah, I'm not going to be friends with you. Let's... Here we go. Let's attack with the infantry first, I think. Oh god, that was fierce. They were okay. They were ready for us then, but wow, we lost a lot of men. Should have gone with the tanks. Although, with that kind of ferocity of an attack, they might have actually beaten us. I mean, it's possible that we could have lost a tank there. Everything else is looking good. Okay, that is about it. Now, I probably again off camera, I'm probably going to go through and just do some very minor. I'll do some very minor stuff with regards to just building things like libraries and you know, quality of life buildings, little bits of additions to my networking. If there's anything significant, I'll actually mention it in the next episode. But I think pretty much, you know, I don't want to I don't want to make these episodes too long with stuff like that. Okay, guys, I shall catch you in the next episode. See you later.